They were loud, rebellious, and impossible to ignore. At the center of the punk revolution stood Johnny Rotten, the enigmatic frontman of the Sex Pistols. At 69, Rotten has finally opened up about the albums that shaped him, records that inspired his rebellion, influenced his style, and defined a lifetime in rock music. But this is more than a simple list. Each album tells a story of anger, ambition, admiration, and sometimes quiet heartbreak. Today, we dive deep into the music that molded one of rock's most notorious figures.
Johnny Rotten, born John Lydon, emerged at a time when music was safe, polished, and controlled. He was different. He needed records that matched his fire, albums that challenged him and refused to conform. And according to sources close to him, a handful of albums did exactly that, shaping his attitude toward music and the world itself. Album number 7. At number 7 is an album Rotten credits with opening his eyes to music's power as a weapon. Listening to it as a teenager, he realized that music could provoke, inspire, and express what words alone never could. This record fueled his rebellious spirit, giving him the courage to stand apart from the mainstream and embrace the chaos that would define the Sex Pistols. Album number 6. Number 6 revealed the value of authenticity. While others followed trends, this album taught him that honesty in music matters more than technical perfection. Every chord and lyric challenged him to be real, to trust his instincts, and to refuse compromise. According to insiders, Rotten studied this record obsessively, using it as a guide to finding his own voice, even when it angered the establishment. Album number 5. Halfway through the list, number 5 exposed Rotten to the darker sides of fame and ego. It taught him that creative genius often comes with conflict, jealousy, and betrayal. This album influenced how he navigated the turbulent relationships within the Sex Pistols, showing him how to survive internal battles while remaining true to himself. Sources say the lessons from this record stayed with him throughout his career, shaping his approach to music and life. Album number 4. Album number 4 pushed Rotten into the realm of experimentation. Its sounds were unconventional, its rhythms unpredictable, and its lyrics unorthodox. Listening to this record, he learned that music could challenge audiences, confuse them, and even anger them, and that such reactions were not only acceptable but necessary. This album fueled his creativity and helped define the Sex Pistols' confrontational, chaotic style. Album number 3. Third on the list was a record that revealed the emotional power of music. Rotten discovered that even rebellion needed vulnerability, and that raw emotion could coexist with defiance. This album haunted him, inspired him, and sometimes frustrated him, reminding him that honesty in music is always more important than popularity or commercial success. Album number 2. Number 2 served as a blueprint for confrontation. According to insiders, this record showed him how music could shock, challenge, and demand attention. It influenced the Sex Pistols' signature attitude, aggressive, fearless, and impossible to ignore. More than just an album, it became a manifesto, a guide for how to confront the world with sound, attitude, and presence. And finally, the album at number 1, Rotten's ultimate inspiration. This album shaped him musically, spiritually, and personally. It showed him what it meant to be fearless on stage, uncompromising in his vision, and completely alive in his performance. In interviews, Rotten has revealed that every note of this album influenced his voice, his lyrics, and the rebellious persona that still captivates fans decades later. These 7 albums weren't just music to Johnny Rotten. They were mentors, guides, and companions in a world that often felt hostile. They molded his identity, fueled his anger, and gave him the courage to challenge everything around him. And for fans, they offer a glimpse behind the snarling mask of one of punk's most iconic figures. So the next time you hear Rotten's voice screaming into the mic, remember, every shout carries echoes of the records that made him, the lessons he learned, and the rebellions he still celebrates.
Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.